15 school buildings could be on the chopping block here in Hamilton County. Good evening, I'm Greg Glover in for David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. A private consulting group completed a study that found it would cost $1.3 billion to repair 42 schools in need. Instead, they suggest closing school buildings and combining students in newer buildings. Channel 3's Claudia Coco joins us live now to explain what this could mean for your student. Claudia?
Cindy, Greg, the consulting group spent 3 hours presenting their preliminary findings today to school board commissioners and Hamilton County commissioners. Now, Rivermont Elementary is just one of the schools that could close under this plan. Now, it's important to note that none of this is final and these are only preliminary findings. If all of Hamilton County's 74 schools were renovated and repaired to the same standard, it would cost more than $1 billion. Dan Schmidt with MGT Consulting Group was hired by the county to find a less expensive solution.
So it's about walking every school in the district. We sent 2 people into every single one of the 74 schools.
Schmidt's team has been collecting data since January.
We forecasted enrollment based on demographic projections, based on demographic dynamics.
Schmidt recommends closing 15 schools, among them schools like Rivermont Elementary School and Normal Park Lower School, which scored 55 and 59% on facility assessments. Those assessments take into account the need in an area, the cost to run the school, capacity, and needed renovations.
Is that you have to spend half of the value or half the price of a new building renovating that building. That doesn't make financial sense.
The plan also calls for renovating 10 schools, replacing 3, and relocating others.
Data may sound all nice and clean when you talk about it. When you start putting the emotional and the community nuances over it, that's when we make it a plan for this community.
Superintendent Dr. Brian Johnson and County Mayor Jim Coppinger agree they have a monumental task ahead of them.
We have to do some things from the standpoint of operations to take the next steps, and we have to do some things in regards to capital to take the next steps. You don't become excellent by doing the same thing.
Schmidt says community involvement will be crucial.
But it's an educational facilities plan, and it's about making the right solutions so that the kids here in Hamilton County have the optimal learning environment in which to prosper and grow for their own futures.
That's why Coppinger is asking citizens to weigh in.
I think that's why the next few months are important in the community forums to listen to what people are having to say.
The county paid about $500,000 for this consulting group to come in and research and facilitate what happens next. Now, these aren't the final steps, though. There will be community meetings held in October and November before this consulting group makes their final recommendation in December. Now, if you're worried about what might happen to your school, or if you want to know how your school is involved, you can visit the WRCB app and click on this story where we have a breakdown by school. Live in Chattanooga, Claudia Coco, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Claudia, thank you.